June 30th, 1908. A silent, vast expanse of Siberian forest. The air is still, carrying only the scent of pine and damp earth. A lone reindeer grazes, oblivious high above. Something slices through the atmosphere, unseen, unheard. A silent passenger on a collision course with destiny. It descends, gathering speed. A streak of impossible brightness against the morning sky, growing larger, more intense with each passing second. The final moments are a whisper, a silent fall towards an inevitable, violent meeting with the world below. A flash, a wave of force, and then silence returns. But the world has been forever changed. In 1908, the world was a different place. There were no satellites to watch the skies, no global communication networks to instantly report anomalies. The region of Tunguska in Siberia was one of the most remote and sparsely populated places on Earth. For the indigenous Ewenki people and the few Russian settlers living there, life was dictated by the seasons, a quiet existence far from the hum of the industrial age. But on that summer morning, their reality was shattered. Witnesses hundreds of kilometers away described the terrifying spectacle. They saw a column of brilliant blue light, nearly as bright as the sun, moving across the sky. Then came the sound, a deafening roar, a series of thunderous explosions that echoed through the valleys. The ground itself trembled violently, knocking people off their feet, and shattering windows in a town more than 60 kilometers away. For those who witnessed it, it felt like the end of the world. What they had just experienced was an explosion of unimaginable power. In a fraction of a second, an area of over 2,000 square kilometers of forest was flattened. An estimated 80 million trees were knocked down, their trunks scorched and stripped bare, all pointing away from a central point. The energy released was staggering, later estimated to be 1,000 times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. Imagine the sound, the sheer concussive force, the wave of heat that instantly incinerated everything in its path. It was a cataclysm on a scale that defied human comprehension. A scar violently carved into the face of the earth in a place almost no one could see. A silent testament to a power beyond our control, waiting to be discovered. Yet, the story of Tunguska remained a local legend, a collection of terrifying tales shared around campfires. The world at large was oblivious. Revolution, war, and political turmoil consumed Russia and the rest of the globe. It wasn't until almost 2 decades later, in 1927, that the first scientific expedition, led by Leonid Kulik, finally reached the site. After a punishing journey through swamps and dense taiga, what they found was both awe-inspiring and deeply perplexing. They saw the circular forest of the dead, the millions of trees lying in a radial pattern, just as the stories had described. But as they pushed toward the epicenter, hoping to find a crater from a massive meteorite impact, they found nothing. No impact crater. No large fragments of a meteorite. The ground was swampy and scarred, but there was no hole, no definitive proof of what had caused such biblical destruction. The mystery only deepened. But there's a detail that almost no one mentions. A chilling detail that changes everything. The object that exploded over Tunguska was on a trajectory that, had it arrived just for hours and 47 minutes later, would have passed directly over the bustling city of St. Petersburg, the capital of the Russian Empire at the time. The Earth's rotation would have placed a densely populated metropolis directly in its path. The devastation that flattened a remote forest would have erased a city, changing the course of history in a single fiery instant. It's a terrifying thought. It reminds us of how fragile our existence is, how we live our lives on a cosmic stage, blissfully unaware of the near misses that happen just beyond our perception. The Tunguska event wasn't just a mystery. It was a warning. So, what happened? The theories are as vast as the forest it destroyed. The leading scientific explanation is an error. A meteoroid or a piece of a comet, likely tens of meters in diameter, entered the atmosphere at incredible speed. The immense pressure and heat caused it to disintegrate and explode several kilometers above the ground, releasing its kinetic energy as a massive shockwave without ever striking the surface. This would explain the widespread destruction without an impact crater. Was it a stony asteroid that vaporized completely, or a fragile comet, a dirty snowball of ice and rock that left no trace? For decades, scientists have debated, analyzed soil samples for extraterrestrial particles, and run simulations, but without a primary piece of evidence, without the smoking gun of a large fragment, a definitive answer remains elusive. The event sits on the edge of our understanding, a phenomenon perfectly explained by some, yet leaving a persistent shadow of doubt for others. And this isn't just ancient history. We've seen echoes of Tunguska in our own time. In 2013, a smaller asteroid exploded in the skies over Chelyabinsk, Russia. The event was captured by dashboard cameras, providing unprecedented data. The shockwave injured over 1,500 people and damaged thousands of buildings. It was a stark, modern-day demonstration of the same phenomenon. Chelyabinsk proved that these events are not a once-in-a-million-years occurrence. Our solar system is a dynamic, active place, and Earth is constantly crossing paths with debris left over from its formation. The danger is real, and the Tunguska event serves as the ultimate benchmark for what could happen. A reminder of the destructive power that lurks in the space, just beyond our thin veil of atmosphere. It forces us to ask not if, but when the next significant impact will occur. What happened in Tunguska is not just a mystery of the past. It's a mirror reflecting our own vulnerability. It's a reminder that we still don't fully understand the universe around us, that forces beyond our comprehension can intersect with our world without warning. We build our lives, our cities, our civilizations, under skies that hold secrets we have yet to unravel. The silence of that Siberian forest, broken by a celestial cataclysm over a century ago, still echoes today, asking us a profound and humbling question: how much do we really know, and how safe are we really? The Tunguska event remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries on our own planet. But sometimes the most unsettling signals don't come from our world, but from the deep void of space. And what happened in 1977, when a radio telescope picked up a signal that could change everything we think we know about our place in the universe, might be even more disturbing. Join us next time for episode 2 of Unexplained Files. Thanks for joining us on this journey. If you find these mysteries as compelling as we do, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next episode. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and let us know in the comments what you think really happened in Tunguska. Was it a meteor, a comet, or something else entirely? We read all of your theories. Share this with anyone who loves a good mystery. See you next time.